Hey everybody, it's Chance here with yet another episode of Pathologic. We are steadily approaching the end. Last time we did day 10, and all of it, where essentially we found the bachelor in Ruben's place, and he told us, hey, so Ruben went off and was saying that he found a solution to things. Um, that Ruben was going to tell his discovery to the Kinds. Bachelor tells us that that wasn't a really good idea. Because while Ruben at multiple points is like fully accepting that he'll die, like he's willing to kill himself essentially or sacrifice himself, but basically telling us that Victor and Georgie plan on sacrificing themselves. This is the point where Victor is Nina and Georgie is Simon, and so Maria, as she is preparing to be the new mistress, I believe the red mistress, as it were. So she's kind of taken head, and she did not like what Ruben had to say, which was essentially, apparently, I think this was also discussed on day 9, the bound who are touched by Clara's hands, their blood becomes that like Simon's, except because it is younger, it is more, vital or whatever than Simon's was. We basically run around to try to find Ruben because Maria essentially arrests him, and then the soldiers fight with her guards, etc., etc., etc. We run to the works. Artemi is like, yeah, I was walking to my hideout and I saw Ruben, and I was like, I gotta save him, and tries to kick his ass but fails. Tries to kick the guards' ass, fails, but tells us that yeah, they probably brought him over to the tunnels where the rat prophet is. And we're like, ugh, the rat prophet, huh? Okay, well, time to go over there. We defeat the guy. We talk to Ruben, who essentially says, yeah, we'll need about 6 people to sacrifice. Here's a small list of some people. I'm sure you could think of more. And so that kind of ends our quest from there. Essentially, Clara's mission being that of she is going to pick her sacrifices, and they're going to help her save the town, as it were. We told Agalia this. Agalia kind of has other things going on, and essentially wants Bachelor. She's basically is like, basically we talked to Agalia to be like, you don't need the sacrifice either. And then Agalia's like, well, I need the Bachelor to kill himself right now, because he wants to destroy the town, and I don't want him to do that. But I don't know where he is. So if you could give this to him, I will consider what you're saying. And we have to be like, Galia, are you not listening to me? Which, of course, she's not. But with that, we are gonna get into it. Day 11. We're almost there. Alright. So we gotta go to the commander, because Agalia was like, the commander, Bachelor's new friend is the commander, so we'll talk to him. We gotta go here, because our little sister's here anyway, so... But... We gotta talk to everybody. Currently, those who are sick are Sticky, Notkin, Maria, Andre, and then obviously there's going to be a new person sick. I just don't know who it is. Who could it be? Doesn't look like it's either one. It's either Georgie or Victor. These are our bound. It could be Capella. Could be Grace. Could be Murky. We've never talked to her once, so I'll make a trip down there to talk to her at least. Could be Peter. So. So let's start with our rounds here.
Most men only die because they know not how to prevent dying.
So true, Simon. So true. It's kind of crazy to me that I'm at the end here. Have I talked to you?
The true way to be deceived is to think oneself more knowing than others.
I do really like how the Georgie and Victor models get like slightly different expressions when it's Nina and Simon, which is really fun. How much medication do I have? I got 4 of that and 7 of that, so I can probably heal everyone and talk to everybody, which I'm gonna do for the fun of it. Well, I can't go in there anyway, so... Well, not like I'm using it for myself anyway, so... Anyway. Where are you going? Where are you going? Yeah, well, yeah, apparently for day 10, that quest with Ruben apparently can be started by getting a letter from Notkin or talking to Notkin as well. But in this version of events, Notkin is sick. I like how I'm still grabbing stuff as if it matters. We're on day 11. It doesn't matter. But... You know, we still don't really know...
Bachelor saved Andres Stamatin from the soldiers.
Clara? Don't cry. Wipe your tears. Really didn't get a lot of Lara this route either, honestly speaking. Let's go up to Yulia, then we'll go down south. Oh, and my immunity is basically all the way up. That's good. Yeah. It does feel like to me that, yeah, I think I discussed this during the last episode. It really does feel like they kind of ran out of time, so they weren't able to kind of flesh out the ending of this route with all the side quests, because it's kind of the same copy-paste stuff. And I really was hoping for more interactions between all the characters. But c'est la vie.
I'm afraid I'm of little use now.
Here comes the girl destined to disprove my tripwires of fate theory. Possibly, Yulia. Yeah, and we only really have one Schmouter. It really does feel like to me that, I'm trying to kill him.
Oh!
I love it. That guy just turned around, was just like, who cares if this woman's being killed? Whatever. Fucking rude ass. Anyway. I did try. Nothing is more... something, something, something. Ayo.
The weapon security must be tightened.
Why are you here? I need to see the Bachelor. Is he with you? No, he's not here, and I would advise you follow him where he's gone. And where he's that? The mutineers have captured some architect, one Andrei Stomatin. Your Bachelor took the news to heart and decided to get him out. And where is all this happening? The mutiny. They seized a cannon and are holding it a position next to it. All the mutineers are there now, except the ones who are busy looting. But don't you dare go there. They'll sort it out without you. And what about you? I'm gathering those who have stayed true to their oath. As soon as I restore order among my troops, we'll launch an operation to retake the cannon. I'll personally lead the loyal units. It'll be too late. They'll have shot the Bachelor. I have no other choice. I'm in charge of maintaining order, and I have my own orders to follow. Moreover, my intuition is telling me that Bachelor Denkovsky will make it out of there alive. He is not the type to let him get shot in the head easily. How can you say something like that? Denkovsky is trying to rescue an architect, Andrei Stomatin. He was captured by the mutineers who took control of the field gun. So, we're gonna head down here. I believe it's in like the other one of the ones where Murky is, so we'll go down south and talk to Murky, maybe? That would be cool if we... Oh, let's find our sister. That's right. Let's find our sister. She's not Middle House. She made it very easy for us to find her. Now the question is, where is she? Oh, and I got sick? I thought I was protected. Okay, let's take a look at our inventory. Well, I didn't find her on the first floor, so she's probably on the second floor then. Okay. Take two. Alright, upstairs. Where is she? Okay, let's try down here again. Are you fucking kidding me? My immunity is full. Oh, there's no fucking durability. That's why. That's so annoying. Okay. I gotta get that all. Got that all fixed up next chance I get. Where is she? Now I'm just trying to find her at this point. Like, this is the place that makes the most sense. It's the one in between the two houses. Okay, I'm looking at the walkthrough. It says the one south, so it's apparently this one. Annoying. It looks like that one's like kind of out, so we gotta go all the way around. Ugh. That's annoying. Well, at least now I'm aware that our clothing is all fucked, so I gotta get that all fixed. I have the money too, so that's not really the question, thankfully. Let's get some more food though, because we'll still need food tomorrow. Yeah, I have a lot of money. We're fine. Yeah, we'll be able to fix everything, which is good. I guess this area is infected. Sister, oh sister of mine, I'm looking for you. There you are. Oh, it just turns off the light. It's really dark in this room. Let's see, you need to leave. Why is it? Who are those faithful? I know who you're talking about. Okay, now time to get outie. If God would let me, that would be super cool and awesome. Alright, let's get my immunity back up. Up. Alright, so now we're done with that. So now let's get out of here and go talk to... Well, at least it was easy to get out of there. Ay. Oh, we haven't watched the theater show yet either, so let's go watch that.
The law of gravity is tragically incompatible with dream catching. Illusions have to be let go of in good time.
There is a tricky way to save the specular tower, but there will be casualties. What do you say?
The law demands that we remain silent, as if there's nothing to save but this ridiculous tower.
There is another tricky way. It allows for saving the town of men, but it also requires a sacrifice to be made. What do you say?
The law is impartial. The choice is yours.
Is there an alternative way to subvert your ridiculously unfair law?
We're just doing our job. Why all the fuss? You've got time. Live some more.
Oh, I'm hungry.
There is great ability in knowing how to conceal one's ability.
Well, let's go talk to Capella and Big Vlad. Big Vlad will most certainly not have anything for us. Probably Capella won't either, but you know, it's worth chatting. Worth chatting them up, see what's going on.
What?
Hey, Ruben.
Seems like Bachelor and the Commander have found a common tongue. Both bring ruin.
Now's a bad time. Isn't it always? Hey, grief.
He who loans a minute owes a year in interest.
Everyone dies, don't we? Each will die as he's lived. Some will ascend, but down's the only direction for others. There's always hope. Yeah, let's take off the repellent cloak so it doesn't get damaged, just in case I do. I'll probably need to go to the infected district again, though, considering that's where the town hall is and that's where Block is, so.
I see double or something.
Okay, bye. Yeah, kind of wish I did talk to him yesterday, just because I'm curious of what he has to say. But c'est la vie, c'est la vie. That's the nature of the game, you know. You'll unfortunately, it does seem like even if we do our rounds and in this, it probably wouldn't. That letter probably wouldn't have arrived until like 7 a.m. And considering I haven't been really... I've been doing everything at 3 a.m. in the morning, you can't really blame me for that. Okay, yeah, Murky's sick. I haven't talked to Murky once.
They'll have to stitch my belly back together.
I've already told you I'm not playing with you anymore. You cheat when you're it. You use magic. And what did I tell you? And you said you'd never come back because you liked me. Does this mean you don't like me anymore? I do.
Someone is circling the place at night.
Yeah, because it does seem like our sister, so to speak, is interacting with everybody, interacting with all the children, as opposed to whatchamacallit. I don't know where exactly. Is it here? No. Gotta make a save and get closer. Okay. This walkthrough says go to the weapon. Talk to the soldiers near the wagon. Is it this one? Save. Hey! Rude. Seems I still have God mode on, so that's good at least. Where? Well, maybe it's toward the end? I'm not quite sure. Good thing I still had God mode on, or that would have sucked. Yeah. I am curious on how they would theoretically... Yeah, I do think it... What about these guys? They're kind of out of the way. Who are you? Are you here on errand? No, I'm Clara. I heal people. Listen, we have a wounded soldier. They've taken cover behind those boulders over there, but he's got hit with 2 bullets. He might bleed to death. I'll dress his wounds. Where do you think you're going? Stay here, don't poke out. Reinforcements are on their way. We're going to push them back. Your commander is wounded. There will not be no reinforcements. Well, I'm immortal, so it's okay. Is it this guy? Why aren't they ordering retreat? Perhaps we ought to hold out. Deftly done. I suppose I shouldn't ask too many questions. Thank you. Are you a Sister of Mercy? And I will ask questions! Will you answer them candidly and without prejudice? I will. Just be quick with them, please. I heard that you executed an architect, Andre Stomatin, a man in a bright raincoat. He had this big motley handkerchief always hanging out of his pocket. We haven't executed anyone. That's what mutineers do. But perhaps they didn't have enough time. They've been in the middle of an execution and broke it off when they engaged them. Why are the mutineers executing townsfolk? To those of them who aren't busy looting or trying to maintain a semblance of order. Our colonel goes by Patrocles, assumed command after the Our colonel, who goes by Patrocles, assumed command of them after General Block has been wounded. I need to see this architect badly. It's important. Do you know who I'm talking about? I do. I do think he was among the survivors. When the fighting had begun, I saw him with this aide to the Inquisitor, the Bachelor. The architect looked pale and was holding his side. The Bachelor must have walked him home. Do you know where that is? Yes, you're in luck. Just yesterday, I went there to arrest one of them. They're twin brothers, right? The place is over there by the river, right behind the checkpoint. Thank you. The Bachelor can be found in Peter Stephenson's workshop. No, hey buddy.
I think I have a fever. Oh, maybe not.
Excuse me a moment. Just want to heal up a little bit. It all ends tomorrow.
I'm tired.
Well, I'm using your bed, so go fuck yourself. Day 11, in which the changeling realizes the true meaning of her name, and Clara loses the right to exist.
With all the grind.
Get this man a night guard. Okay. Alright, cool. Any new letters? No. Now we're in proper daytime, so it'll be more easier to find people. Per the walkthrough, it says that to try to find a girl who will trade you schmouters. So today we'll be able to find the little girls who have schmouters. So we'll see how many we can try to get. We can just kind of do that after we do the main quest for sure. Just try to spend all our time doing that. Here's hoping that, you know, because I'm gonna be real, I will cheat and get the additional schmouters powders, if need be.
What?
But if they don't have the if I can't get the schmouters powders, or the panacea, if I can't get them, then, you know, if I can, awesome, because I'll need 6. So I already have 1. But that's it. I only have 1.
Shabnaka deer is tracing the streets like bacteria in a vein.
You win, don't you? Yes, I cannot lose. If I could walk up the stairs, that would be very helpful. Ayo, what's poppin'?
I have the feeling that our choices were a part of some crafty maneuver. I almost fell for it.
How did you get here? I've got bad news from the Inquisitor. You've been stripped of your mandate. I think she's decided to get rid of you. So you're the harbinger of my doom. Or will you give me some advice on how to escape my well-deserved punishment? So, it is well-deserved? The Inquisitor won't forgive me for my treason. The only surprising thing is she found out so soon. I've only just made the decision, and she knows already. That woman is indeed a devil. But in any case, I won't change my decision even if it costs me my life. And what is your decision? I want to preserve the polyhedron, and I will preserve it, whatever it takes. And Agalia wants it destroyed? Yes, and this sly schemer played me so well, but for a lucky coincidence, I myself would have now desired it above all else in the world. Her infernal design would have become my own discovery. Agalia believes the polyhedron to be cause of the outbreak. And is that not so? What does it matter? It may have been the reason the epidemic began, but it's not the reason it's still there. Destroying the tower won't stop it. One must not imagine a clash of supreme powers behind this. This is mechanics, not mysticism. That's what I've been trying to convince Peter of. And what does Peter say? He believes, as you probably know, that the epidemic is a punishment for the hubris he and his brother committed by building this masterpiece. However, he would also rather lose his life than the tower. It's too marvelous of achievement. Let all else burn. The tower must remain. Why? Because for the first time in human history, a structure has been built which, owing as much to engineering calculation as to a favorable concourse of circumstances, possesses a miraculous capacity for influencing the human consciousness. It can, if you like, store the dreams of children. How is that possible? That's the thing. This tower makes the impossible possible. I didn't believe it either until I saw it for myself, but the fact remains. The children are unanimous in insisting the tower reproduces that very spirit which turns childhood into the happiest time of a human life. If it's true, it is indeed a miracle. Yes, the elusive dream worlds, the magical lands of fantasy, the first loves, the childhood games with their heroic deeds, their sieges and charges, escapes and transfigurations. It condenses them into a nodule of energy inside itself, which, being the creation of a child's fantasy, assumes an independent existence. I can't believe it's you talking. Where's your usual skepticism? Yes, this is a dream one can come back to. A fantasy unfolding in front of your eyes. A miracle that can be touched and held. There, inside it, things that are fleeting gifts in ordinary life can be captured. A tower like that should not be destroyed. I'm asking you for a postponement. I know how to preserve the polyhedron. Everything else will have to be destroyed. But the polyhedron can be saved. Tell Agalia you haven't found me, and then I'll find arguments to convince the commander. He'll let the polyhedron be with a clear conscience. The epidemic won't return if the power stands. And you can prove it to him. Give me more time, and tomorrow I'll give you a package containing arguments for the commander. All right, have it your way. I'll tell Agalia I haven't found you. Wait, then help me get rid of an enemy who's about to present Galia with the faithful argument of which will leave the commander with no choice but to raise the polyhedron. Who's that? Barak, the Harspects. He's due to finish some gruesome business today. If he succeeds, he and Agalia will deceive Block. That is to say, Agalia will do the actual deceiving. Barak is a blind tool of hers, just like I was until recently. Why is he dangerous? They'll preserve the toxic town for the sake of saving Agalia and raise the polyhedron in order to have a culprit's head which to present the powers that be with. They'll say that the cause has been eliminated. Find him and stop him. All right. You've convinced me.
Your face is fading away. Are you sick or something?
I'm not. I can't get sick. Come now. The Bachelor is willing to help me. He values these kind of alliances dearly, it seems. He has asked me to bring him Barak's head.
You're close. I know that.
The Bachelor will tell you everything. I can't talk right now. What is this polyhedron of yours? Why would I talk about it? What do you know about miracles? You say that you can perform them yourself, that you are a power capable of making miracles an everyday occurrence. Well, others aren't like that. Rarely do we get the chance to make the impossible happen. I want to save your tower. Save it then. Everything's in your hands now. That's why I'm asking you. As much as I'd like to tell you that it's inhabited by my fantasies and my dreams, it would be untrue. Children live there, petty, pathetic, malicious, craving to imitate the grown-ups. But the place improves them. It makes them better. And that's why I don't object. Perhaps one day it'll harbor someone's dream. What's so bad about the children's dreams? Take a look outside. That's what's so bad about them. Every child is capable of crossing over to the other side of reality, but few are able to bring something back beautiful, good, and magical. No, the tower is not for children. It's for lovers, dreamers, and poets. Now I understand completely.
Why do you all come here to gawk at me?
I'm not talking to you, Changeling. I'll advise my friend against it, too. Or my brother. I need you to tell me some things about the polyhedron, Andre. You can see for yourself that's the acme of all human achievement. The tower is no chimera, no oddity, no trick. Whatever heartless Danil might think, it was made for people. It is needed by people. It has no meaning without people. Why all the shouting? Why are you so passionate about it? Because he wants to leave it in a void, an icy solitude, like a unique butterfly preserved in formalin, pinned to the step like a piece of cardboard. No, I don't want that. Who needs a victory like that? Don't despair, Andre. You're making a mistake by not trusting me. Yippee! Well, we're gonna save. The thing is that we're saving both the tower and the town. So, regardless of anything else... Okay, so now we gotta go all the way back here and talk to Harspecs, but that's fine. Let's go talk to our mother and father. They probably won't have anything for us, but all of our bound have had new conversations, so we don't need to go to the pub because Andre isn't there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, Mom.
The bound are so like him in the end. They must give up their lives willingly.
I feel uneasy. Everything will be fine. Bonk. Because now we have to convince the bachelor, the Haruspecs not to go after the bachelor, essentially. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I can essentially sell everything.
I will restore the order here, rest assured.
I'm tired. Sleep, Father, as I so wish I could call you. Yeah.
What?
I can read my fate in your eyes. It may turn out not to be what you think it is. Yeah, I'm trying to think about who to sacrifice, essentially. I know Ruben. I mean, they all have to agree one way or another. I mean, Ruben is one of them for sure. Probably Alexander Saburov. I'll probably do both of them, frankly. I'll figure it out. I'll see how I'm feeling. Because then we have... Again, we haven't really gotten much of an argument for Lara, really. Because I know that, like, the other routes, she does kind of do a revenge thing against the commander, but that hasn't really been the focus, nor have we learned about it technically. So, you know. Bad Grief. Aspide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, because it looks like it'll essentially be, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if we can choose Oyen, though. But, yeah, that means 3 will be left out. And I don't mind that one being left out being Lara, honestly speaking. Just because, again, I just don't think there's really been much of an argument for... Because I know it's like... She's vengeful, I guess, and she is one of the humbles, but again, not... Technically, a little bit of the other routes have kind of provided that reasoning, but... Not this route in particular, so it's a little odd to me, you know? But nonetheless. So I feel comfortable not including Lara in this. But I mean, I don't know if we can choose Oyen even. Because I mean, I know he gets killed by our specs. This is where I'm supposed to be going. Yes, save game.
The soldiers rose up against one another. They say it's because of that bull in the lot.
And what do you want? And what do you want? Forgot something? Someone wants you dead, Artemi Barak. Tell me, what do you intend to do now? Are you the harbinger of my death? Well, that won't make any change to my plans. I'm going to the abattoir. Formoid Oyun is waiting for me at the final trial. I don't expect to survive it anyway. But you have promised to help, haven't you? Who, me? One of us is an idiot, right? Definitely not me. You've just been here, and said you know what trickery the foreman has prepared for me. You've promised you'll be waiting where the foreman will have told me to go, and will help me defeat him. What did the foreman Oyen tell you yesterday? I want to ask the foreman about the mysteries concealed in the ritual of the bovine sacrifice. I feel I have no other way to access those mysteries than by taking foreman's place. Oyen will not give up his power without a fight. We're going to fight to the death. Do you think Foreman Oyen is one of the bound? Doubtlessly. He is a bad man, isn't he? I suspect he's a double-crossing murderer and usurper. That's why I can wish dead upon him with a clear conscience. Let's see. Don't rush into a fight with him. I'll go to the abattoir and settle your dispute. You change your plans quickly. A short while ago you were much more bloodthirsty. I'll waste no time. My destiny awaits me at the abattoir. I'm going to face it with an open heart. Wait until the day ends. We'll see each other at the abattoir. Barak says I should bring him the head of the foreman. Everyone wants a head. How many heads can we layer upon each other? So now we're going to the abattoir. Was our tummy not here?
I can't control my hands.
Oh, sorry. About the mistress. You have come to take my life. I am prepared to sacrifice it. Did you call me mistress? Warden Barak and Oyen Rubin have told me of your miracles. She who can turn the blood of children of Suwak into the blood of Boss Primigenius is worthy of being titled our mistress. So you're prepared to give your life? Why? If you transform my blood with your hands, I'll part without regret with the life I had lived and tainted. Let the good that comes out of my death give meaning to my wasted life. Why do you say so? I'll say what I say and do what I do because I, Oyen, have failed to perform the rite and carry out the burden I took upon myself. I am not worthy of living. Many among the bound would tell you the same. Many? Yes. When they have agreed to give you their blood for transformation into the panacea, the kin will help you put that blood to use. You will have it at your disposal with the skills of the butchers, all who know the lines, and the abattoir itself. Suwak's womb. Barak will not oppose it. What makes you sure they'll agree? A mistress needs not ask. They've already accepted their fate. Let them serve their lady, the mistress of the humble. If you find several of such bound, who won't resent having to give up their meaningless lives, you will create enough vital humors to keep the town alive. Do you agree to take and transform my blood? Yes, if such is your desire. Finally, the lines did meet. The first of the fallen bound ones, that monstrous foreman, who won't hesitate to give his life, has recognized the mistress of the earth in me. He is willing to sacrifice himself for the possibility of a miracle. I can return to Barak now. I have freed the subterranean throne for him. Yippee! Sorry, the walkthrough says... Oh, there he is. Okay, I was like, where is Artemi? The walkthrough says he'll be here.
What was that?
What are you doing here, spirit? I've talked to the foreman. You need to hear this. He is resigning and will soon hand over his powers to you. Did you make him do it? I'm a mere instrument of fate. I mean, yes. Why did he do it? Because everyone has a preordainment to fulfill. Yours is to preside over the kin. You've turned out to be much more powerful than I thought. Why did you do this? Tell me what you're intending to do, Barak. I must make a blood sacrifice, but I haven't settled on one yet. I don't know who it was meant to be. I must decide. That moment is probably inevitable, and it will come smooth. Let's see. You are a slave of the inevitable, Barak, while I am its mistress. Tell me what your intentions are, and I'll help you. I only want one thing. To heal the town. The destruction of the polyhedron was necessary, seeing as I never hoped I would defeat the foreman. But that wasn't what happened. So what now? I know how to make a panacea out of blood and herbs. The trouble is that the right blood is rarely found in nature. You shouldn't hate this town. It's beautiful. It hasn't lost its bond with the earth. It combines incompatible things. Different eras linger in it alongside each other. There are no towns like this anymore, and there hardly will be ever again. Take heart. I'll give you the blood that is like the blood you seek. And where are you going to get it from you? I transform blood with my hands. I'm a miracle worker, Barak. Yes, that sounds true enough. I believe you. What would you have me do? Promise me that when you become head of the kin, you'll help me by creating as much panacea as will be needed to contain the disease. If this will save my town, I hereby agree. Tomorrow, I'll be able to back it up with an argument for Regalia. She must submit a report on the decision reached in order to avoid being executed. Is that so? Yes. So tell Regalia. Let her in on your plan. I'll think she'll accept it. Alright. I'll do it. My plan will come to fruition. I was able of taming the demons even though their hatred for each other remains. I can return to Agalia Lilich now. Alright, let's toad down here through that way. Head against the cool stone. He's busy. He's busy at work.
You have fulfilled your purpose. Now be gone. This world doesn't need you any longer.
Yeah? What do you want? I've cleansed another district. Doubtlessly.
Have you met a courier on the way?
Inquisitor Agalia Lilich, I have a better solution than the one suggested by the Harusbecks and the Bachelor. Now I know it for certain. It all fits. Well now, say what you have to say, instrument of the law. There is a way to preserve the town. It's hard to believe, but I'm certain of it. The disease will continue to exist too, but it will be completely harmless. It'll be tamed, just like smallpox. I'll do it with my hands. I'm going to stay here. We can inoculate people, and people will survive. I don't understand yet. Dr. Rubin has conducted a scientific study. He has ascertained that the plague hasn't killed Simon Kine after all. Simon's blood contained the corpuscles that had made the disease harmless. When I heal someone with my hands, their blood becomes like that too. Oh, so you're going to cure everyone as they get infected. I wonder how you'll manage it with a population of many thousands at this rate of contagion, or the entire country's population if the disease escapes from the town. No, no. Of course I won't be enough. All the more because the blood needs to be predisposed. But there are people with this kind of blood who've agreed to spend themselves entirely on vaccines for everyone else. I'll show them to you tomorrow. So you're saying you'll be able to maintain this fateful, this unnatural blend and even create a possibility for, oh my god, its further development through periodic transformation of some townspeople's blood, with subsequent slaughtering of these people after a manner of which was done to Simon? Yes. That's correct. Are you really imagining yourself a miracle worker? I can perform a miracle. No one else can, which is why no one has thought of the same plan. Everyone believes miracles to be impossible. Another one. Nina was enough. She too used to sing about miracles and ended up turning the town into a pagan altar. You'd like to set up a bloody conveyor line in which you will hold the key position, right? I won't let that happen. But enough. No more of this talk. Why are you so blind? Another obsessed idiot dragging thousands of victims into the very same trap. No, enough. Help me destroy the polyhedron, or leave the town at once, or else I'll have you executed. But why destroy when everything can be preserved? It's the powers that be that want to preserve everything. That's the reason there's an epidemic. Who do you think you are? You're no miracle worker. You're an avatar of the Sand Plague. Do you understand? But instead of acting as an honest instrument of the law, you have stolen the fate of another. So that's why I'm a thief. That's why you're a thief. You're guilty of the theft of your own fate. You were never going to try on this halo. It's absurd as the hangman playing a miraculous rescuer while the execution is already ongoing. Now... Awesome! Awesome! I'm giving you an hour to leave the town, you little scum. I'm banishing the plague from this place, thereby accomplishing my mission. Out! And don't you dare look for a protector. No one is going to help you now. We'll see. This is the end. Magalia commands me to leave the town at once. But why? What's wrong with my strategy? Is this because my plan answers the goals of the powers that be too well? What kind of inquisitor is she? She's nothing but an vengeful, malicious imposter. What can I do now but collapse at the feet of the commander and beg for protection? Commander Block, everyone's being mean to me.
I can't wait any longer. I've lost 2/3 of my troops here in 2 days.
The Inquisitor has ordered me to leave the town before the end of today. Why on earth did she do that? I've come up with a way to keep this town intact. All 3 of its parts, all 3 towns, the town of beasts, the town of men, and the town of children. But she says that as long as she's alive, that won't happen. That's no surprise. So you defied her plans? I think I have. She's bent on destroying the polyhedron. Yes, and the Bachelor was going to rescue this architect precisely in order to find out whether the tower's brittle groundwork could withstand a bombardment if we had to level the residential areas. I know a way to preserve the town, but I need more time. A day at the very least. Indeed, this once again confirms that I was right about you. This is how a divine messenger would behave. I am your protector. Tell me what you want. I know a number of people who have already resigned to their impending death. They even believe they deserve it. All I need to find is several volunteers among the bound. How many do you need? 7, at least. I could not put 7, but 77 men at your disposal. No. For one thing, they will have to be the bound. Not all people are the same. These ones have a rare blood type. Go and look for the ones you need then. I'll order my soldiers to defend you should anyone dare make an attempt at your life. It's a shame that so few have remained loyal, and there'll be even less after we can crush the revolt completely. But we will persevere. Afterwards, come back to me and tell me you've been successful. You don't want to destroy the town, do you? No, I don't. I'm prepared to sacrifice my career to avoid raising and killing this town. Why? I was born and raised in a town like this one. Firing at it is torture for me, but that isn't the main reason. I'm surprised to hear you talk like that. Everything in this town is precious. This place is symbolic. That which below has left our world for good, having turned into lifeless bones into museum pieces, about which above will never come around again. It's a potential future that I don't want to lose. How do you know? The Haruspects has demonstrated the former to me, and the Bachelor the latter. Written into this town is the destiny of our entire country, and I feel that the Creator is watching me now as I'm making my choice. The part I am to play in the fate of this town will have an effect on the part I am to play in the fate of our country. I have felt the same. The final journey lies ahead. It's time to reap what we will sow. The foreman was the first sacrifice. 6 more are needed. 7 scissors would be enough to save the town. So... Bad grief, 1, so there's 9. Oyen, 1. I'm gonna see if I can talk to everybody. I will start with Lara and then talk to Yulia and go all the way around.
What?
Lara, listen to me. I'm the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. What? Do I have to pack my things? I'm going to be executed, right? No, Lara, no one wants you to die, not even I. But it can't be avoided. Will you agree to sacrifice yourself for the people's sake and be glorified as a champion of faith? Yes, that's exactly how I'd like to die. Perhaps it will convince people of our family's nobleness. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine did. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. Was that really how Simon died? Yes, a drop of his blood is coursing through the veins of every person saved from the disease with a shot of the white vaccine. A good death. By what time do I have to make up my mind? By tomorrow, Lara, as far as making up your mind goes. As for the dying, it will be when the time comes for your sacrifice. So do you agree? I agree. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? No. Don't you trust my word? I do, Lara. Farewell. Okay. I am gonna see if I can talk to everybody. I'll make a save before I talk to the final one, just in case it, like, cuts me off from talking to any more people. Yeah, because aside from Oyen, there are 8, so that means theoretically it could cut off 6 of them from me, but... None of the little girls I've talked to have had schmouters, which is very frustrating for me.
The orphan has become an important figure. One can say he's attained ultimate power.
Yulia, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. I have already made my choice. I will succumb to rheumatoid arthritis at roughly the same age Simon was when he passed away. There is a different reason for you to become like Simon. To become someone like that. Become someone that much more like him. Will you agree to sacrifice your sake for the sake of the people and be glorified as a champion of faith? That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. I wouldn't mind a finale this dramatic. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine did. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood for those in thirst. Those in thirst? Happy days. Do you have many such associates? You're laughing, but you shouldn't. Simon's blood was used to create a medicine that has saved many from the infection. That's what I've heard. His blood was not consistent with any previously observed hemetic biometry profile. I think I know what it is that you want now. But what gives you the idea that my blood is uncommon in the same way? I don't think. I know for certain. Do you agree then? Sure, why not? You know very well that it is near impossible to infuse your requests. Makes me wonder why you even ask. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? You heard what I said, Clara, and it's not in my nature to change my mind. I'd like to have a little recuperative shut-eye now, if you don't mind. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow, Yulia.
Only in things of small value, they usually are bold enough not to trust to appearances.
Katerina, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it'll be like. Let me take a good look at you again, my dear girl. Yes, it's all happened as preordained, and not at all as I anticipated. Yet again, I have nothing to reproach fate for. All the signs are in place. A young mistress. My successor. How must I go? Would you like to die as a martyr and a champion of faith? Would you like to save thousands of lives instead of thousands of lost lives you were bare to blame for? Yes, I would. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died, if you agree like he did to give your blood to those in thirst. And I shall depart into the land of shadows, not as a fiend fooled by a rat, but as a martyr who has paid for her sins with blood that can heal. I agree. It's a dignified death. Do what you must. It won't happen right now, but soon enough. Whatever you say, my dear good. My dear girl. Do you agree? I do. When you become their ruler, be kind and fair. Stay true to yourself. Don't take the path Nina took. Work your miracles if you can, and don't yield to your temptations. That is exactly what will happen. I like how, with Katerina, Clara has the chance of going back on it, being like, no, never mind, I've never said this. Right? It's real sad.
Accept their sacrifice without a second thought. The black-hearted will happily surrender their lives to you.
Listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. Yes, everyone must pay their dues. It's fair that you should be the one bringing the news. I have betrayed and renounced you. Why did you do that? Because I had seen you a sign of my defeat. It was no coincidence that you came into our house. The girl that doomed our entire town made one last attempt to avoid that path. I struggled to be defiant. In vain. What's doomed is doomed. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. No, only my ruler as duty, as ruler duty. No, only my duty as ruler compelled me to act as I have. You may not believe it, but over the days I have grown to love you. I've always wanted so badly to have a daughter, a young Mistress Sabarova. Oh, oh. Oof. You deserve to die, and yet I shall give you a death that will end your path as a ruler with honor and allow you to fulfill your duty. Death will be a welcome way out for me. Your solution will be better than a bullet to my head, will it not? It will. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. How will it happen? Every drop of your blood will be turned into a medicine that can save the town. You will have accomplished your mission as a ruler. This is the best I could wish for, better than the most humane mercy. So you agree? I agree, and I am grateful to you. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? Of course. And now excuse me, Clara. I'd like to be alone. Farewell. Oofa, oofa doofa, oof. Yeah, like, he's like, I've always wanted a daughter. And then it's like, you could go back. Like, I wonder if he has anything to say if you go back on it. It's so sad. It's genuinely so sad.
The paint is peeling off me. So ugly.
Listen to me, Anna. I'm the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. I want my death to be painless. Can you make me die without suffering? Would you like to die as a champion and a martyr? Would you like to save thousands of children's lives? Is that even possible? I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died, if you agree like he did to give your blood for those in thirst. Are you going to take my blood? All of it, Anna. You will feel no pain, only joy. I believe you. Do you agree? If you promised me that my name will be remembered kindly, let me be remembered as a singer, and you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? No, I won't. We all die, Anna. Rejoice, for I am giving you the longest deferment.
Yes.
Aspity, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. Isn't that a little presumptuous? I may yet be the harbinger of yours. Pointless bravado. Or are you trying to save face? No, not at all. Well then, let's get started. Will I have time to curse you before I die? Depends on what you choose. Would you like, instead of returning to the earth, to dissolve into the people of the kin and serve Barak, its new foreman? Hey, that sounds attractive. Yes, I'd prefer a death like that to any other. What was it you're doing? Yes. Tell me what you want from me. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died, if you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. What does Simon have to do with it? A human who tried the head on the head of Boss will remain human, even if the head did fit. I'm already flesh of his flesh. What are you going to give me his blood too? I can see in your eyes that you know the answer already. I do. Well, such is my fate, it seems. Will the sacrifice be made the moment you lay your hands on me? I won't let you get away. So you agree? Do I have a choice, mistress? I can't escape you. Still, tell me, Aspity, are you really Earthborn? Are you really a magical being shaped from clay? Am I really being asked this by a mistress? Now what could I answer that would comfort you? No, of course not. I was born and have lived all these years as a human. Or maybe not. Maybe I've turned into one. I've changed. I was just trying on your laurels, I was. If you'd like, kind of viscerine while you were absent. A changeling. A sly answer, and ambiguous. I agree regardless. I like this finale. It seems quite natural. You're scaring me. It's the outcome that no one had been able to predict. This is the end. Agalia commands me to leave the town at once. But why? What's wrong with my strategy? Is this because my plan answers the goals of the powers that be too well? What kind of inquisitor is she? She is nothing but a vengeful, malicious impostor. What can I do now but collapse at the feet of the commander and beg for protection? Okay. Let's see if we can talk to Ruben and Grief and see what they say. If not, then I'll reload a save and like actually make a choice.
So, Borak has withstood the trial, eh? Godspeed to the man walking tall.
Okay, cool. So it does look like I can talk to the others as well, which is good. So, listen to me, Grief. I'm the harbinger of your death. What it will be like is up to you. I've been expecting something like that. One can spot a mistress-to-be from a verst away. Do the spanking then. I'm all ears. I'll do the speaking then. I'm all ears. Do you want to die a champion, a martyr, and a savior to your people? Yes, mistress. That's exactly how I'd like to die. Like I ever could. I'm going to lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die as Simon Kine died. if you agree to sate the thirsty with your blood, like he did. Simon? Simon was a demagogue. His blood, I've heard from Stock about his blood. His was no blood of a human. There's blue blood and then there's silver blood, eh? And that was what his was. I'll lay my hands on you, and your veins will be filled with golden and silver and blue blood. Cut yourself and you'll see. With blood like that, cutting myself would be wasteful. So you agree? I do. Do I even have a choice? Indeed. I'll even be grateful to you. And you won't renounce that tomorrow? I won't, mistress. You better not. Goodbye.
They can be around.
Listen to me, Stock. I am the harbinger of your death, and you can choose what it'll be like. Well, that's fair. Simon's murderer deserves to die. I was going to wait for Maria to reach the zenith of her power. I'm curious what punishment the mistress would have chosen for me. But I suppose your idea will be more interesting still. There is, after all, a mystical power within you, too. Would you like to die like Simon died? Would you like to emulate him? That would be most fair. Are you going to lay your hands on me? Yes. All right. Just remember you have to work with healthy people. It's important. I'll gladly become your first volunteer. If you find others among your bound, make sure they are in good health. And if they were sick and have been healed, some time must pass first. Why? The cells must renew themselves. It doesn't take long, though. Has the Inquisitor endorsed this position? I've endorsed it, but that's what matters. Also, make sure the Bachelor survives. He knows the secret of the vaccine, as well as Barak, the Haruspex, who knows how to work with the ingredients. Good. It's a wise course of action. If you succeed and save the town, it will be a genuine miracle. Will you stand by those words tomorrow? Of course. Any time it's necessary. Then I'll see you tomorrow, Stock.
We need to go back to the front.
I've found 7 people. That quickly? Yes, I'm quick. You've just been there and said there were sinners in this town, 9 in total. Who would sacrifice themselves for the cause of obtaining transformed blood? Sadly, you said some of them were already incurably ill. You even hinted that the disease had been the consequence of your visit. I see. Which of them exactly? You named few. The named names: Reuben, Forman-Oyun, the Sebarovs, I've heard about those. Then Anna, Yulia, Aspedy, Lara, and Grief. You said some of them were ill now. But it wasn't me. My eyes weren't lying to me. It was you. You described the way you can transform their blood so that it could be used to create a vaccine for the entire religion. You left and came back a quarter of a minute later. No, it was her again, my abhorrent doppelganger. She was the one who infected my bound. Tomorrow, you'll have time to bring them back to life. It's the only hope I have left. They did not get sick. The preparations are complete. Tomorrow, the miracle may come to pass. I would be happy beyond measure were it not for the awkward premonition that freezes my heart still. I could perform miracles. Just let me. Alright. Let's stay at the Olgomitskis. Interesting. But yeah, none of our bound have gotten sick. I do know that there are multiple choices, multiple chances for you to condemn them, basically, and then when you condemn them, they will then, and when you condemn them, then they then will become, whatchamacallit. They will become sick and you will lose reputation. Or in some cases, you will gain reputation. And I'm going back to Laura's house because I realized I didn't find the supporters. And the walkthrough is saying the supporters will be in the courtyard to the east of Laura's house. So, over here. And then it does look like we also have a version of the quest where we're finding Bachelor and horror specs again. Which is, as I'm assuming, the letter I just received. Block is looking for the Bachelor. I am on the verge of despair, Clara. There are hardly any men who are I am on the verge of despair, Clara. There are hardly any men who are faithful to me. Patrocles betrayed me and is now leading the mutineers. I'm getting more exhausted with every passing hour. The Bachelor is in the stone yard now, somewhere close to the tombs where he is mourning Maria. Tell him where he is being hunted. The Haruspex is searching for him in order to kill him. I know you don't have much love for the Bachelor, but he's one of the few allies I have left, and I will need him for live tomorrow. Help me. Alexander Block. Okay, cool, so we'll have to go, one of those houses. Okay, how the hell? Oh, there we go. Okay. I was like, do I have to break into one of those houses? Are you kidding? The Harspex is in danger again. I wish I didn't have to ask this of you, but I don't seem to have any other choice. He will die today unless you can deliver a timely warning. There is no one else I can ask. The patrolmen lack intelligence, and the executors are cowardly and self-serving. He is somewhere by the works, I think, in the adjacent district. There is a large house surrounded by 3 smaller ones. He is in either of the 4. Tell him he must leave immediately. I will give everything I have left if you agree to help me one last time. Alright, so... somewhere by the works in the adjacent district. There's a large house surrounded by 3 smaller ones. He's in one of the 4. Near the works. He is in... there is one larger house surrounded by 3. This is probably these. Let's go there. Then when we find Bachelor, we can talk to Agalia and then go to Block and then finish it off for today.
I'm suffocating.
I found the bachelor and warned him. He'll be here soon. Ah, excellent, excellent. The only good news in the last 3 hours. Clara, you truly are my guardian angel. No, don't call me that. Alright, so that is where we're gonna leave it for today. This ended up being a super long episode just because I wanted to get everything in. Because the day 12 episodes always end up being really long as well, so, you know, as it goes. But, so with that, I will see you guys all next time for the end of Changeling Route and, well, the end of Pathologic Classic HD. I think I've made, like, my opinions clear throughout this LP of this game. But I despite problems here and there, with some of the gameplay feeling bad, some of it definitely on purpose, some of it maybe not as on purpose. There is a certain glee you get to actually being able to do everything, though. Then clearly some of the kind of ending stuff here with Clara, there being some glitches, this and that, but like, you know, those things aside, I adore this game. I think it's fantastic. I'll probably say more about it next time because the finale gets to be extra long. But with that, I'll see you guys then. Hope you all have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!